Tuscaloosa Auto Repair Special.
The defending champion in car number 9 in the Esnuntuck Community College machine, here is Andrew Hayes.
American Sleeve Bearing brings us car number 4 from Stafford Springs, Connecticut, Cliff Saunders.
And our point leader will be next in car number 04, a come-from-behind win last week in the American Sleeve Bearing car, Albert Saunders.
Lavoie Motorsports brings us car number 6 for the rookie from Windsor Locks, Jeremy Lavoie.
Then it will be car number 59, Matt Clement, in the Clement Motorsports car. And once again, he gives a lot of credit to Frank Latois Sr. and the 33 Dare Stock team for getting him out on the track tonight.
Well, the limited late models are about to go green. A look into the air, and you can see we've got an air show and a race show. As greens are out, and we are racing to the bottom of turn 1, and Paul Arute picks up right where he left off 1 week ago. He was the big dog and the big leader early in the event before mechanical woes stopped him. Look at Austin Bassett, Matt. He's threading the needle. Look at David Arute.
Three wide. Going around is Rattino. Rattino drifts up to the fence. And the grass is Glenn Bartkowski.
A mad scramble, and Bartkowski ends up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And another car is with him. It looks like Dwayne Provost, perhaps, in car number 88. It is unusual to see him have some difficulty early in the race.
So, we're going to have to do it all over again. But the Arute boys really had things covered as they quickly moved into engineering. American-made and proud of it, manufactured and built in Connecticut and New Hampshire. We salute Whelen and the men and the women of the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour as well. Field doubles up and crosses over. Whelen lights are turned off at the point. They'll pass beneath the Napa Auto Care Center sign and down the back straightaway. If you've just joined us, we are in the midst of our third feature event in tonight's program, brought to you by TSI Harley-Davidson for the 25th annual event for 125 laps under the lights here for the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour. Their second visit on the Whelen Modified Tour, as Doug Colby is the man that set fast time today and was the winner from the first event at the Thompson Speedway, where it all began in 2015. Green flag is out. And it is Austin Bassett to the outside of Paul Arute. They are evenly matched as they come off the turn and down the back straightaway. Side by side racing 2 by 2. They head to the bottom of turn number 3, and Paul Arute is digging in on the inside. Off the turn to the stripe they come, and Paul Arute is still the leader of the event. Austin Bassett, been there, done that, won before. Defending series champion Andrew Hayes, as Paul Arute becomes the meat in the sandwich. 3 wide action to the bottom of turn number 3, and Paul Arute just doesn't give up. Meanwhile, Andrew Hayes muscles his way to the bottom, but Arute will bring him back to the line. Paul Arute going for the gusto at the front of the field. Not giving up. Side by side, Matt, down the back straightaway. Hayes is trying everything, but Arute is trying a little bit harder as he continues to try to hold on to the leads.
But the fastest torpedo in the submarine is the 9 of Andrew Hayes as he takes the lead for Paul Arute. And keep an eye on Albert Saunders in car number 04 as he tries to scoot underneath the 82. He does, and he emerges into second place.
The point leader is Racy tonight, American Sleeve Bearing. Manufactured here in Stafford Springs, Connecticut, moves into the runner-up spot. Paul Arute is not done yet. He sets in the 3rd position. All of a sudden, the 66 of Justin Brent moves into the top 4, and the 4 car of Cliff Saunders comes from 11th into the top 5. What happened to Austin Bassett? He got shuffled in the wrong lane further back in the field.
And right now he's trying to recover against Cliff Saunders as he tries to nose his way underneath that number 4 car. But Cliff is doing a good job to hang on to 5th. Doing a better job is car number 9 of Andrew Hayes, looking for his first win of the season. And Albert Saunders, who has won 3 times, including the Extra Mark Extra Distance event last week, is still within striking distance.
Certainly is. The Saunders twin came up on the board with a big 1-2 punch a week ago, and they're hoping to do it again here today. Andrew Hayes, defending champion of the series, setting a blistering pace out in front. Meanwhile, Saunders still right there, running in his tire tracks as they head into turn number 4. He He's able to close up the gap, Matt, but not enough giddy up to get the job done.
But one thing Andrew Hayes has to be aware of, that the best laps for Albert Saunders usually take place in the second half of the race, as that car usually gets quicker as the race goes on. We have a fight for fourth now in the making as Justin Brennan is about to get a visit from the 4 of Cliff Saunders, and also trying to be involved with that is Austin Bassett, so we could have a cliffhanger in the fight for fourth.
No question about it. There is something starting to develop there. Further back in the field, Provost, and now all of a sudden David Arute is starting to thread the needle and come to the front of the field as well. Back up front, Saunders trying everything to get around the defending series champion. This time, half of the event is history, and the second half, the best is yet to come, as you pointed it out, Matt, and we're seeing how things are starting to settle in as all of a sudden a good battle shaping up for the 4th and the 5th spot between the 66 of Justin Brennan and the number 4 of Cliff Saunders.
Yeah, Cliff Saunders in turn number 2 almost got the nostrils of his car underneath Justin Brennan at 66. So let's see if he tries that move again in the next few laps. But there's no question that Cliff Saunders is a player. Paul Arute trying to stay on the podium in car number 82. He looks strong as he blisters his way out of the backstretch. But the big question mark is hovering at the front, where Andrew Hayes is holding off Albert Saunders. You know, Hayes usually has some pretty good pizzazz at the second half of the lap races too. So we have strength against strength. 2 closures at the front of the field.
Certainly do, and they are leaving the rest of the competition, well, in the dust per se, as they continue to run nose to tail as the leader of the pack. Meanwhile, further back in the field, all of a sudden it is the Brennan machine that is now starting to close up the gap ever so slightly on Paul Arute. Now, Paul Arute has had some great runs put together here in this class this season, but mechanical woes seem to play havoc in the closing laps of the event. Hopefully, that will not be the story here tonight, as Hayes is still the leader of the pack.
And he is extending that lead slightly over Albert Saunders, as all by his lonesome is third is Arute. And as you pointed out, Ben, Brent is gaining, and Brent has some incentive because he knows that Cliff Saunders is very quick behind him. So Justin Brent has to be on top of his game.
Well, the final 5 has been issued to the lead pack of cars as they directly cross the line. It is Hayes still in command, and about the margin between first and second has pretty much been the same, about 2 car lengths overall, with nobody hiding from each other in this pack as they work their way back to the line. Further back, all of a sudden, Austin Bassett is looking a little bit stronger, but there's 4 laps remaining, and that means just 2 miles left in this feature event for the limited late model.
Now we are going to find out if Albert Saunders in car number 04 has a car that is capable of closing in on Andrew Hayes, because this is a time in which he will have to make his move. And it is still very stable for the 9th car of Hayes. Now turn number 2. This is where it can happen. And as they choo-choo train their way off the corner, it is still Andrew Hayes in complete control.
The clock is ticking and time is starting to run out. When they cross the line this time, there'll be 1 mile left in this event. Hayes has pretty much been unchallenged. Meanwhile, back in the 3rd spot, Paul Arute's had a great run, but all of a sudden Justin Brennan is starting to close up that gap considerably. Will time run out? Will Paul Arute finish on the podium? Will Andrew Hayes be able to hold on for his first victory of 2015 as the defending champion? White flag is out. No surrendering in the final circuit.
So less than 1 time around. Almost a slip-up for Hayes in turn number 1. He is in control as they machine gun their way into the 3rd quarter. Here is Andrew Hayes, the defending champion, looking for his first win of the season.
The point leader looks to expand his point lead as Albert Saunders will finish in the runner-up position, and a good run for Paul Arute to finish on the podium. Justin Brennan for 4, Cliff Saunders to finish in 5.
Well, Andrew Hayes, great drive. Got to the front, stayed there, stayed out of trouble, and really, really consistent laps. Yeah, man, we got a rocket ship today. My dad threw a lot of stuff at it, and I mean, the car just, I couldn't believe it. It didn't give me a problem the whole race. I saw my opening off, coming off of 2 there. Paul and Austin were battling pretty heavy. I saw my move I made statewide, but I got a whole bunch of people to thank. My dad, my Uncle Bob, my stepdad, everyone for being here. Smithsville Community College, Local 3059. A lot. But everyone on Signorama. What else we got out there?
Well, while he's thinking about that, we'd like to mention the fact that no marks on the car, no bumps, no bruises. Nice and clean, goes back in the trailer the way it came out. That's what a great way to finish the night off, the victory and the clean car.
All right, I'll take it. I got to thank Total Protection Security Systems and Ongoing Connections too for all their help.
And hence, congratulations on your victory. Well, Albert Saunders, you dogged him all race long and very consistent driving. Just a little bit more effort, you would have gotten behind his bumper.
Yeah, I just need a little bit more on the car, but the car was really good. 64 turned into me on that restart pretty hard for some reason. I don't really know why, but either way, it knocked the toe out, so the car wasn't as good as it probably should have been. But still, second's a great race. Congratulations to Andrew on getting the win. He's been fast all year and just hasn't gotten the victory lane yet, so that's cool to see those guys get a win. Got to thank American Sleeve Bearing, Rob Davis, Johnson Memorial Medical Center, VA Museum, Red Auto Machine, Pluggage Race, Jesse, my mom, the team, and everybody that helped me get down here to Stafford Speedway every week.
Albert, congratulations, second spot, great performance.
Yep, thanks.
Well, Paul, the word is that you get your driving experience by commuting to Boston. Is that true?
Yeah, every now and then I have to cruise on down, but no, that was an awesome race. Andrew made a heck of a pass down the back stretch. I did not see him coming. I was battling with the 64, and out of nowhere he dive bombs it, but it was a good pass. We're just a tick off from those two top guys, but we're close. We're up here again. I'm pumped to be up here again. I gotta thank the crew. I gotta thank Steve, Rick, Everett, Wendy, Mikey. They spend our Tom, my brother, my parents, my girlfriend for allowing me to do this. Supreme Industries, without them, I can't do it. They're awesome there. Hopefully we got some Supreme guys here tonight. But yeah, I'm happy to be up here. We're coming for this top spot. It's coming.
Well, Paul, great drive. Congratulations on